Hello VC, this is my CD collection on display. I'm currently going through a process of ripping all my CDs onto my laptop and storing them, and I need to do something really about my CD collection. It's sort of got out of hand a little bit, and it's got no kind of order as such. It's all a bit sort of a random mess, and I was kind of looking towards perhaps getting a more kind of a classic rock indie kind of feel, bit of pop here and there, but something a bit more sort of structured and organised anyway. I've basically taken away all my compilation albums, apart from these greatest hits, and boxed them up. I've got a lot more CDs than this. This is only what I have on display, so I'll show you them now. Right, this is what I have going from the bottom. It kind of goes into sort of last decade at the very bottom right hand side, and goes like into the noughties, into the 90s and 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. And all at the top is like compilations and greatest hits. Got a few cleaning bits and bobs on the top of the cabinet there. A few cleaning materials and whatever for vinyl. In this section here is all sealed CDs, all bar a few at the start. I've got this Yardbirds one, Rave Up. I'm trying to look after, so that's why it's up here. I don't want to like the round corners of it. It's quite expensive. Cleaning CDs always very useful. And this random Mariah Carey DVD of her music videos. My sealed ones start off with these early Now CDs they redoing. I've been collecting them 1 to 4. I have. I've got Ash as well, which you can pick up from pound shops, which are sealed, like refurbished really. They're not brand new as such. They're kind of up here because I have no real desire to play them at the moment. Some of them I will get round to playing, but there's a few here I'm not too bothered about. This is a pretty good rock one, except just going through. I have the very best of Beach Boys sealed. Feeder, one of their early albums. It's pretty good, this album actually. I really like the song Radio Man on here. So I'm just trying to get the camera to focus. No, it's not going to do it, is it? Anyway, Radio Man, that's a very good song on the Yesterday Went Too Soon Feeder album. I have this Rolling Stones special edition, the Zootons, sealed, and this bit here is like my jazz and swing and crooners section. It's only a small bit. I've got a lot of other stuff like that, but this is just a few of them. Billie Holiday, Frank Sinatra, as you can see. This is a good compilation, this one. More Frank Sinatra, the Rod Stewart Great American Songbook. That's just a fantastic series he done, sort of in 2004 I think it started, round about then. He done 5 volumes and they're excellent, very very good. And also recently I got a best of as well, just to complete the collection. A bit of Tony Bennett, all-time greatest hits. And then it goes sort of alphabetical, really, of rock, pop, and anything else. Starting off with A, of course. Adam and Faith. This is a really good series on CD. A's, B's and EPs. They go through everything of what the artist has released. A-sides, B-sides and EPs. There's a few sort of 60s artists they've done. Adam Faith was one of them. Art Garfunkel greatest album, greatest hits album. I have the Beatles anthology on CD, as well as Love. This is fantastic. This Beach Boys Platinum Collection. I bought this when this came out. Sound of Bread. Some of these CDs are sticking out because I've got them on vinyl, so I just leave them sticking out just to remind myself. Being that I'm trying to sort these CDs out, what I want or I don't want on display. The Birds, the very best of. Got Cliff Richard, 75 out of 75. Best of Chris Rea. Some of these are quite recent finds actually. Deacon Blue, greatest hits. Del Shannon, all the original hits. Quite a large section of Eric Clapton there. I was trying to whittle down some of these, but every album there's like new songs on each album which aren't on the next one, sort of thing. If I had one CD worth of tracks which are like on another CD, I'll perhaps get rid of it, put it somewhere else. But because Eric Clapton's got such a big library of songs, that's virtually impossible. Eddie Cochran. Foo Fighters greatest hits. Fleetwood Mac. It's a bit odd, this is. I have this one which is a 2 CD, and there's this one as well. You turn them over and they're like, apart from one being 2 CD, they're like very, very similar, and they came out at the same time, oddly enough. I wonder why they've done that. Hey ho, maybe it's just me. The Hollies love songs. I have another A's, B's and EPs series, The Hollies. This was quite expensive. It came out I don't know, sort of at £17 you could buy this when it was brand new, and it's like doubled in value now. It's packed full of Herman's Hermit songs. Brilliant. John Lennon collection. What else do we have here? This one. Michael Jackson, King of Pop. Led Zeppelin, Mothership, greatest hits. Mamas and Papas. Mike Berry, do you think it's time? Who remember Mike Berry? English singer, 60s, all the way to the 80s I think, he released songs. Paul McCartney, Wingspan, 2 of these I have on LP. We've got Oasis there. What else do we have? Rolling Stones, Queen rocks, The Shadows, 20 Golden Greats, more Shadows, Smashing Pumpkins, Very Best of Stone Roses. Oh, fantastic. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And his earlier album as as well, that one as well. Toto, past, present. Quite a few U2 CDs. The Wonder Stuff. Wet, Wet, Wet. The Who. Then and Now. I bought this brand new. Oh, it's getting heavy to hold this camera. Elvis Presley. This starts off with the 50s and goes into the 60s. We've got Ella Fitzgerald, Elvis Presley, Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, classic one, that one. The Beatles White Album. I have every single Beatles album there is. I was buying these back in the day, sort of in the early 2000s, and then they sort of reissued them in like a remastered version, and they do sound good. These ones, I think they came out in 2009. Couple of Highway 61, that one as well. We've got a lot of doubles here and there. Cliff Richard and the Shadows, Bobby B, The Wonderful Pet Sounds, just a terrific album that is. Surfer Girl, Beach Boys. Love Supreme, John Coltrane. Classic albums, some of these. Louis Armstrong. Oscar Peterson, Night Train. Quite a few jazz numbers. Simon & Garfunkel, Bookends. And Tommy the Who. Into the 70s. Starts off with AC/DC, High Voltage. This is a combination of their early Aussie albums put onto one album for basically either Europe or the rest of the world. A few 70s Beach Boys, kind of lost their way a bit at that time. Boston. Hotel California. A lot of these I picked up in a recent classic rock haul, picked up recently. This was an eBay purchase. George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. Much cheaper alternative to buying the vinyl record, which is like goes for, I don't know, £80. Jethro Tull. Quite a lot of Led Zeppelin. What else do we have here? Meatloaf, Bad Over Hell. Paul McCartney, lots of Paul McCartney here. Love Paul McCartney and Wings. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Peter Gabriel, 2. Rush, quite a few Rush ones there. Never Mind the Bollocks. Sex Pistols, their only album. And of course Tom Petty, self-titled one. You Gotta Get It. Dumb Torpedoes, 2 of those actually. Wings at the Speed of Sound, and The Who, Who's Next. They're my 70s ones. Right, quite quickly, this is a stack of CDs I'm currently ripping to my computer. See, there's a lot there. Take That, SWV, Pat Boone there, Nat King Cole, Ink Spots. Quite a mix of music, basically compilations and greatest hits. Madonna, Police, quite a few there, and also this box as well of CDs I've taken out of the bookcase. Quite a lot of these are doubles, yet again all compilations and greatest hits I've taken out. And that's just one box. There are a few others. Anyway, thought I'll show you. Right, that's about it for part 1. Join me in part 2 to see the rest of my collection. Until then, bye for now.